Hello, Northstar here with another episode of Rebel Inc. Rebel Inc. Let's Play. For those of you new to the channel, which is probably most of you because I had very few views my last two videos in the series. I think I tried to do a third before, but I got a crash or I accidentally wasn't recording or something like that. So this is my third video that'll be on YouTube. For those of you new to my channel, Northstar, I am disabled with long COVID. It does make it harder for me to think on my feet. Um, Always make the best judgments. Means I'm tired all the time. Have trouble remembering stuff. So it's a little bit of added difficulty, so to speak, when playing these things. But this channel is also the only way I can hope to survive. Um, hmm. Got some saves from way back. I don't know. Maybe I'll revisit them later. But you know what? There's a few official scenarios that I haven't tried. All right. Well, one, mad cow disease. And golden age. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I was just checking what achievements I haven't gotten. I haven't gotten the teleportation 3 biohazards, so let's do that. I think it's easier to get 3 biohazards on the higher difficulties because there's a score multiplier. So, um, hmm. A virus? Sure, why not? Cures are always a problem. Cure progress hurts your score. Hmm. Close land borders because teleportation is easier to reach the islands, or nah, water is always a good way to spread. Uh, Actually, zero file. Don't wanna. Yeah, hydrophile. DNA with evolving since I want to do it fast. Do things fast, so I don't want to be devolving too many times. All right. Give this a shot. For speed, India. It's what country? It's well located near some of the islands. Grabbed hydrophile and aquasite, so it's also got a high population density. It's been a little bit since I picked this up last, so I apologize if a little slow. India's hot. It's got a few hot countries near it. So I'll do insect-borne disease, or if it goes Pakistan, though, that's yeah, I'll do insect-borne, since that'll spread better in the rich countries than if I do blood-borne. Gives a mutation chance, and that's actually a source of DNA if I'm devolving stuff. So yeah, I'm exhausted right now, by the way, like extra super exhausted. I've been up quite a long time, recording a lot of videos, even for, I think, a normal person, especially for me with long COVID. I did sleep like 16 hours. First public chicken crossing declared in Peru. Because my sleep was, for a long time, I wasn't sleeping. It costs to devolve this virus. Oh. Ionized helix, though, I think made it cost less. Though we'll get worse. Keep that for a tiny bit without it affecting things. I want too many mutations, so I'll do heat resistance next. Insurgency continues in the Middle East. That's definitely a reference to Reblink they added in. Stem cell treatments for all, quote, a decade away, says WHO. Waterborne, actually. For some of the other wet countries nearby and for ship spread. Spatial Atlantis to be sold at auction. Vomiting symptom. Nausea contributes a bit to severity and heck with it. Well, yeah, a bit to severity and very little to infectivity. So people vomit, but they won't be nauseous first. That will reduce chance of getting detected. Teleportation portals active. Causing diseases to be all spread all over the world very easily. Global protests against GM crops. Because people are silly and they think GM crops are the real problem. The problem is, of course, sometimes certain unethical corporations like Monsanto and how they deal with genetically modified crops, but the crops themselves, meh. So yeah, problem is stuff like an emphasis on Monsanto loves to create crops that are resistant to the pesticides they make, and some of these pesticides are themselves not great for the environment or human health, and yeah, they have a record of they're not the only company it does, actually. Several companies that make pesticides have a record of trying to cover up data that shows, let's grab diarrhea to spread quickly. Shows that pesticides aren't so safe. Coughing. Let's grab sneezing. That's hugely infectivity. It's not just Roundup, which if you test the isolate chemical, it's extremely safe, but it's never ever administered just as the isolate chemical. It's administered in combination with detergents, without which it can't enter cells. So the isolate chemical is extremely safe because the isolate chemical can't enter cells. So it can't do DNA damage, which it does when it let's grab livestock 1 at this point. I don't want the mutations. Mad rush to buy portal tickets. Disease-conscious people are paranoid about PAX 12. Despite warnings not to overact, many are rushing to buy portal tickets to, quote, safer countries just in case. Mass teleportation from Brazil. Large numbers of people in Brazil worried about PAX 12 and have managed to successfully teleport to New Zealand. Brazil is almost empty, which will slow disease spread. Meanwhile, there's 212 million people in New Zealand now, which is actually closer to the plague. Mass teleportation from Iran. It'll be funny when I make it to New Zealand. India starts work on cure. I want to start grabbing genetic hardening against cure research. Mass teleportation from America. To Greenland. From Russia to New Zealand. Everyone's going to New Zealand. Funny. Let's grab Air 1. Could use more international spread. India shuts down airports. But yeah, so I'm somewhat buoyed by something very positive. That happened. Mexico to Greenland. Greenland's population is now massive. More genetic hardening, and this is keeping me going. Spent my exhaustion a little bit. Let's grab Air 2. Tsunami hits Egypt. Telling someone I had attraction to them and hearing the feeling is mutual. That's nice. Very nice. I mean, I don't know. It's the little things. And I guess that's not, in the scheme of things, the smallest. It's actually significant. I just don't want to overstate, but something that makes me happy. That makes me happy. Not too that. Yeah, I'm butchering my words, but problems with romance in my life, so I'm having some kind of mutual attraction is very nice. I made it to New Zealand. Nice. It's very nice and something to be happy about. Wish I could speak more charmingly about this at the second, but I'm very tired and struggling just to think about the game and talk. Yeah, the person I'm talking about is quite possibly watching this video, so hi. Sorry if I'm not impressing with my words, but yes, thank you for giving me something to be happy about. Oh, affected a whole bunch of countries. Now it's just Greenland, Sweden to get to. So I made it to Greenland, despite all. Fear slows economy. Land, air, and sea trade is slowing though. Hypersensitivity mutated. Alright then. Cold, because I really need to make it to Greenland soon. Come on. Greenland needs a bit of viral fun. Fun, air quote. Alright, what else can I do? Heat resistance. So I can get the environmental hardening. Highly weather resistant. Sweden only has 9 million people. Sneezing, diarrhea are causing unwanted accidents or productivity. Ports are still not closed, and yet Greenland's still not affected. Ah. Now the ports are starting to close. I get screwed by no flights arriving Greenland quick enough. Come on, total organ failure already. Get to freaking Greenland. We're getting another portal event so people will, with the virus, will go there. God, too late. I was trying to go fast because time plays in the score, but I did not make it to Greenland in time. Okay. That was a failure. Let's try again. Virus again. Sends ionized helix. Let's do transstasis so I can transmission costs don't increase. Stuff like various animals. India again. Slightly different traits. Maybe I wait a little bit. Let's grab water before insects, so I don't mutate quite as soon. Maybe spread more places. Now insects. Pearls make infinite cake possible. Surprise discovery leads linked to portal technology allows governments to produce infinite amounts of cake. Starvation is a thing of the past. That's a reference to the Portal game. The cake is a lie. Coughing symptom mutated. Coughing gives quite a bit of infectivity, but it's noticeable for sure. Alright. Stock 1. India is a rural country. An engine drug not expected this century, says WHO. Latest zombie movie quote based on truth. Water transmission 2 in a sec. Large social network IPO doesn't meet expectations. Gotta spread across borders. Anemia symptom mutated. Rather not have that, but let's get rid of it. Technological progress has led to the creation of teleportation portals, which are now active in certain countries. Portals can send people continuously for 24 hours at a time, but take years to reboot after use. Right, livestock. UK votes for Brexit referendum. Voters in the UK vote to leave the EU. Remainers are concerned this could severely damage the UK, but leavers claim it will be all fine. Unclear what Brexit will actually happen. When Brexit, a truly stupid thing fueled by rising nationalism and racism in the world. I mean, honestly, the thing that drove it was people's racism towards other Europeans within the EU and racism towards Muslims on fear that being in the EU would make it easier for them to get to the UK. Also, certain semi of the ruling class, because nothing happens without the consent of the ruling class, thinking that if the UK wasn't in the EU anymore, it'd be easier to go and do imperialism in the rest of the world. Rebuild the British Empire. Alright, people are buying portal tickets. People going from Germany to New Zealand. God, gotta devolve anemia. It keeps mutating it. News starts work on cure. Mass teleportation from Indonesia to Madagascar. Alright, I'll get bloodborne transmission. Nah. Maybe not. Rodents, so I can spread in China faster. China is urban, so. Mexico to Madagascar. And hey, I made it to Madagascar. Cool. Extreme bioaerosol, so it can more quickly spread the land, sea, and such. Zelda Greenland. Alright, I need cold resistance. So better spread around the colder parts of the globe. Another level of that. Ammonia, symptom mutated. Should probably grab birds. So we can spread by land, like up to Canada. Birds too. Guess adventure roads too. UK is, well no, actually I need drug resistance, don't I? Yeah, let's grab that. So we can spread better on rich countries. Sneezing mutated. Should save up for a drug. 2. Drug resistance 2. Cool. Now genetic hardening 1. Cure work will start soon. Fever mutated. Alright, at this point I actually want to aim for mutations. Extreme zoonosis. Any day now. It's just ice islands left now in the Western Hemisphere. Cool. Made it to Greenland. Still need to make it to Iceland and the Caribbean though. Made it to the Caribbean, now just Iceland. No, it's not worth it. Devolving the rash anymore. Let's grab 6-2 for extra infectivity and mutation chance. Need to get to Iceland. Bleh. Diarrhea symptom mutated. Alright, let's start working on heat resistance so I can get the cold. There we go. Or get the extreme. Somnia mutated. Vomiting. Lots of mutations here. Soon environmental hardening. Every country has been affected. Now mutating quite rapidly. Grab viral instability for more mutations. Sanity mutated. Cool, infected everyone. Should just work on finding the cure now. Total organ failure. Nice. No healthy people left in the world. I'd like to grab another level of genetic hardening. Can always do a reshuffle later. Swing mutated. Or instability for extra severity. Indonesian anarchy. Now this contributes to score, actually. More stuff you have. 46% cure progress. Genetic reshuffle. Reset by 6%. Oops, symptom combo. 32 for the next genetic reshuffle. Pulmonary fibrosis. Boom. 37 points for the last if I can get to raise my score. Not gonna happen. Swine flu symptom combo. PAX-12 was mutated and developed the paranoia symptom. All right. Only 2 biohazards. Darn it. Maybe it was too much cure progress? I don't know. Well, I tried. I only had 1, now I have 2. Or I might have to do them brutal for the extra score multiplier. Well, anyways, hope you folks enjoyed this video. That's enough for now, so shorter, but shorter videos tend to get more views anyways, I think. Take care of each other, be kind to yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star to lead home. This is Northstar, I do. And best luck to you all.